Yo guys, what is good? Welcome back to the Uncle Sharma channel. Here we are today, back again. Only yesterday I did my reaction to the Venezia match, and we're here again for a quick turnaround. Another match up against Spezia tomorrow. THIAGO Motta's Spezia, of course. Legendary Inter player THIAGO Motta coming back to the San Siro. We've had a few, interesting returns this year. We've had Spalletti in the last match. We also Ivan Cordoba, and yeah, they both got good reception. So I hope this one is at the San Siro. I hope that THIAGO Motta gets a good reception from the Interisti, from the Curva Nord, and all that kind of good stuff. No kind of booing, all that kind of stuff. But I wouldn't even understand why THIAGO Motta would be booed. Yeah, he's actually a player that I feel like obviously I think Brozovic has finally kind of replaced him, but after THIAGO Motta left, it was definitely a type of player that this Inter team missed, and it was the type of player I really like. So I hope he's remembered fondly by you guys. Let me know what you guys think of Thiagone Motta, and let's see who we got in the house. We got Anthony Rico in the house. What's up, bro? Where are you actually from, Anthony? I always see you around, but I never actually asked where you're from. Yeah, Santo Danilo at the back post for a goal, saving one off the line just because he can. Just Santo Danilo things, right? That's what he does. That's what he does best. My brother Tommy in the house. Uncle Shama for the Ballon d'Or. Hey man, I mean, it's I don't really want to talk about the Ballon d'Or stuff. We mentioned it. We mentioned it yesterday, but Messi won it, and I'm a Messi fanboy, so I'm happy. Whether he deserved it or not, I don't know, but it is what it is. 7-7 in the bag now for Messi. Messi FC. We eating good. We eating good. Ronaldo fanboys in the mud. We got Football Worldwide in the house. Of course, I was repping their hat yesterday as well. Forgot where I put it, but yeah, there's a very nice little care package from them. Hell yeah, Inter going to surprise the world this season. I like it. I like the positivity that's now coming out more from the Inter community now after the, obviously you had a disappointing summer and maybe a bit of an up and down start to the season. Welcome to Denzel December. Maybe it might be Denzel December. I like that, Badr. We'll talk about that in a minute or so. Dragon Ball Sharma. Yeah, guys, rebranded. If you've seen today, got a new channel icon. Somewhere down there, I guess. New channel art, the cover art. Even on Twitter, I've used the kind of anime Dragon Ball style. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments what you guys making of that little. I thought, combining my two passions for anime, Dragon Ball, football, and my channel, tried to make it kind of more consistent across all the different channels. So I think it looks quite cool, but maybe I'm being a bit too much of a weeb or anime fanboy. I don't know. Eduardo, what's up, bro? Tommy in the house. Yeah, I know where you're from, bro. You're from the US, aren't you? I know. I'm pretty sure you're from the US. I if I'm correct. Hey, Anto says we love Thiago. We always will. Nice. I like. That's what we like to hear. And Zuri Enel in the house. What's up? Salernitana just hit the post. Damn, man, this Salernitana team stinks so bad. They can't even beat this UA team. That's how bad they are. They definitely are the worst team in the league. It'll be good when Inter gets to play them because that's as close to a guaranteed 3 points I think you can get to. Sean, I'm a Messi fan. I have to unsubscribe. I'm guessing you're a Ronaldo. I'm not a fanboy. I'm not like one of those guys that goes on and under the Bleacher Report tweets and starts doing Penaldo, all that kind of stuff. I'm a Messi guy over Ronaldo, but I always very much appreciate Ronaldo's greatness as well. Did Juve lose again? No, I don't think they're losing. I think they were winning last time I checked. At 1-0 at halftime. Yeah, still 1-0 at 61 minutes. So yeah, I'm not expecting anything from Salernitana. South Africa, nice. Would love to visit one day. South Africa looks amazing, especially the nature and like some of the hikes you can do down there. Looks amazing. Hey, appreciate that, Naruto. Appreciating the new banner and the new logo. I should go bold cosplaying Krillin. Yeah, I actually don't mind. I don't mind going really short with my hair. So you might see me one day on the channel with the bold. I don't mind embracing the boldness. Um, yeah. You see, I know my channel. I know where everyone's from. Miliano, what's up? Thoughts on ESPN top 10 players in every position? Oh man, it's a crap. It's so crap. Every single year they do it, and then everyone gets mad. It's like a perpetual cycle with ESPN. I've never once in my life agreed with their list, so I don't even want to get into it. I don't even want to give them the airtime or that that they don't deserve it. I don't even want to discuss it because it's always inaccurate. Always. I mean, bro, how did Brozovic not even get into the McTominay? Yeah, now I'm going against what I just said. I'm not going to discuss it, but the one I want to talk about, McTominay making it in rather than Brozovic. I mean, you can just see the prem facery or the prem bias in these lists. Ballon d'Or is a joke. Chris says Rodrigo de Paul was Argentina's best player, biggest reason they won Copa America. Diego Milito had one of the great seasons of all time. Exactly, bro. Since that 2010 season, especially for an Interista, I talked about this yesterday. You must there's never been a criteria for the Ballon d'Or. Like, it's literally one journalist from each country around the world that has been picked to vote. And we've seen there's this guy from Sri Lanka called Muhammad Hafiz, I think, and his votes are always the weirdest. Like every year, like 1 year he voted Trent to be number 1. 1 year he voted Bonucci. 1 year he put Aubameyang in his top 3. Like, these are the type of people that are voting in this. So not necessarily even people that probably watch football on a regular basis. Just someone from a country that's been chosen to vote. So that it's not. It shouldn't be the be all end all of a trophy anyway. So it is what it is. But at the end of the day, the players do care. And Ronaldo definitely cares that Messi has 7, so don't get that twisted. The players definitely care, but I don't think it should have that much weight. Ribery in the mud, yeah, even Ribery back in was it the 2012 2013 season, he was definitely deserving to be. I don't know if he should have won it or not, but definitely he should have been up there. What's up, Wissam? What's my FIFA? I don't play Ultimate Team, bro. I quit playing Ultimate Team in like FIFA 2015, and my life has just blossomed since then. It's I just don't find it that interesting. The game mechanics on Ultimate Teams are just all about pace, and I just don't like it. I just prefer normal FIFA, normal seasons, playing against my friends, playing pro clubs. I don't play Ultimate Team. Sorry, Julian. What's up, bro? Yeah, Milito, man, that season was one of the GOAT seasons, and he wasn't even in the top 30. I think he had like 26 goals as well in Serie A. Yeah, that's it. It was just such a good season. Yeah, so we can start getting into it, guys. Now I've been talking rubbish for the last 8 minutes, or just reacting to your comments. Inter versus Spezia tomorrow. Spezia, not a great team, to be honest. Not a great team. I'm not expecting too much of a challenge, honestly speaking, but we can never underestimate teams as well. But as you can see in the scroller down below, I've tried to put a few stats because I can't put them on screen. 18th in the league for goals scored, only 15. 19th for XG. Worst defense in the league with 32 goals against. 16th in the league for passes per defensive action. So that means they don't press high. Like, I think THIAGO Motta, when he first came out, I remember that when there was that 2-7-2 formation that he got famous for. Tifo Football made that video about it. And then when he went to Genoa, I think he tried to implement some attacking football. So I think he's been kind of pigeonholed into this kind of super progressive, super hipster coach. But at Spezia, quite rightly, he hasn't got the team to try to do anything like that. And he's tried to be pragmatic. The team doesn't press high, doesn't have a super high defensive line or anything. They do try to play nice football, but at the end of the day, they don't have the quality. That is like what Vincenzo Italiano did last year was a very, very impressive job, close to a miracle. That team is not, there's not much Serie A quality in that team, and it's even worse now because since THIAGO Motta's come in, they have a transfer ban, so they couldn't even bring in many players in the summer, and the defensive line, there's a reason why they're the worst defense in the league. So He's not doing a bad job, to be fair. I think THIAGO Motta deserves a bit of credit for what he's done with this team. But it should be a win. It should be a win for Inter. And yeah, let's talk about the predicted lineup. A few people are talking about Dumfries in here. About Dumfries, the boy was banned from starting for doing one slight mistake. Guys, please, for the love of God, take it easy on him. Yeah, I mean, it's about the trust, isn't it? It maybe that obviously that mistake against Juve, but it was also that showed his confidence clearly. And there's nothing wrong in terms of as we said, if you want to bring on someone in the last few minutes, you bring on D'Ambrosio. And in my opinion, he should have started the Venezia match, and then Darmian got injured, so now there's no option. But this is the month, as Badr said, this is potentially Denzel December. Dumfries December, because there's not much other choice. You either start D'Ambrosio, which I don't want. As I said, I don't want D'Ambrosio to be that starting right wing back. I love him. He's always does a good job and all that kind of stuff. But I want someone with a little bit more athletic ability, a bit of pace on the counter attack. And Dumfries, at some point, we have to give him a few games in a row, like I've said, with every single player, with Correa, with Hakan, any player. You can go back. They need games in a row. So now it could be the time to finally give this guy some games in a row. And this is, the moment of truth for Denzel. This is where the board, the directors are going to judge him. They're going to see, like, is this guy, does he need a loan somewhere? Inzaghi's going to judge whether he can trust this guy for the rest of the season. And then for Denzel himself to prove to himself that, he's good enough for Inter and all that kind of stuff, to give him some confidence. So crucial month. And he is rumored to be starting tomorrow evening against Spezia. He's rumored to be starting at the right wing back position. I've checked once again the predicted lineups on Sky Sport Italy. As usually, that's my go-to. And yeah, like we also have to think about, as Eduardo says, we also have to think about the Roma and Real Madrid matches. So it's a busy December. It's going to be a busy December, and Inzaghi has to think about rotation in every single match, because we want to go for that first spot in the Champions League for sure. And yeah, that brings me onto the question that, I mean, they should start, but should Tuku start again? So in the predicted lineups, as here in the predicted 11, Tuku Correa is rumored to be starting up front with Lautaro Martinez, back to the Cola partnership that we saw against Napoli, which I quite liked, I quite enjoyed. It's obviously the Argentine connection, but it's definitely more of a 3-5-1-1 when Correa plays, more than a 3-5-2. When you look at the average position, he drops a little bit deep, and I think that helps Hakan as well. When there's a Correa or a Sanchez or a Sensi type of player, like the first match against Genoa, we played 3-5-1-1 because it was Sensi and Hakan almost kind of swapping positions at times. When it's Correa in there, like against Venezia as well, I feel like, because Correa drops a little bit deeper than Lautaro or Dzeko would in terms of interplay on that left hand side. I think that helps Hakan as well. So I am quite enjoying, even though Correa didn't have a great game against Venezia. I would start Correa, and Dzeko played full 90 minutes, and we have to manage Dzeko as well. I keep saying this season, we can't start him every single match and eke every single energy out of the guy. We'll talk about that later if you do. Don't blame me if I'm wrong, but in every game, Dumfries played full 90 minutes. He got an assist. Hill hasn't started very good, but maybe if you play more, he can get more assists. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure whether you're correct or not. Actually, let's check transfer marked whilst we're at it. You could be right, but yeah, I think in the games that he started, you're right. I don't remember him having even, like, obviously that Juventus one sticks out in your mind because of the mistake, but I don't think he's had stinkers whilst he's been at Inter. Even against Venezia, yes, he had that awful cross after he came on, but overall he wasn't that bad. Let's see stats. Sorry guys, I can't pull them up on the screen because this laptop just can't handle screen share apparently, as we tested out last time. So Bologna, he started, as we know, that was a very good match. That's probably his best match in the Inter shirt. Full 90 minutes, he had an assist. And then no, he started against Sassuolo. Oh yeah, Sassuolo was a kind of a bad match. I think that was kind of the match that, yeah, that kind of the downward trajectory of Denzel, because he made a few good sub appearances as well. And then yeah, that Sassuolo match, he wasn't great. 57 minutes, no assists from him there. And then yeah, Udinese, he got an assist full 90 minutes. So yeah, 2 out of the 90 minutes he's completed, he had an assist. And then even in the Champions League, he had an assist against Sheriff, 90 minutes, and then Shakhtar, he had 90 minutes and he didn't have an assist. So yeah, not quite there, but yeah, 3 assists in the 5 out of the 90 minutes he's played is not too bad. And yeah, in the Shakhtar with the Sheriff match, he should have had a goal as well. Like he had a good goal threat. So yeah, I feel like it has been a little bit exaggerated, the Dumfries slander. He just, as we always know, he's just on the eye. He just doesn't look, visually or like aesthetically pleasing. Like his touch or his way of moving is just not very. It doesn't inspire confidence. Spezia like a striker to score goals for them. Salcedo, Manai didn't guarantee goals. Yeah. Salcedo, our boy Eddie Salcedo, he's definitely not a guarantee for any type of goals. Manai, our old boy as well. But Enzola, as I've put him, actually one of the guys to watch out for. He's picked up form again. He was their top scorer last year, and he was an interesting player actually, Enzola. And then he started off. I'm not sure if he was injured or not something this season, so he hadn't had a great start to the season. But I saw he scored a few goals now. And he had a good performance against Torino. I watched that Torino Spezia second half, and he was great with his back to goal. And then the other players I've picked out to watch out for Spezia, Giazzi, the winger. He's a tricky, quick winger who's also quite a dangerous player. They rely on him a lot. Verde is also interesting. I didn't put him there, but Verde, he's got a nice left foot. And Zola, as I mentioned, Maggiore is apparently a player that Inter are looking out for. He's similar to kind of the Fratesi type of profile, that he's a guy that likes to get into the box and is a goal threat. And Kovalenko is interesting talent as well, Ukrainian. I actually picked him as to be the one player to watch out for in the Spezia team at the beginning of the season, and it took him a while to get into the team, but he's actually he had a good spell where it was like 2 or 3 matches where he scored and assisted and stuff. He looks like a good technical player. But yeah, apart from that team, there's not much quality in that at all. Dumfries needs confidence. This would only come from playing. Exactly, bro. Exactly. But actually, Dumfries, funnily enough, he made that ESPN list that we mentioned earlier. Hakimi came top, I remember, and then I think it was Trent, and I can't remember the other names. But Dumfries somehow made number 8. So that's the Euros tax that you see right there. That's the tax that we bought him on, and that's the tax that ESPN clearly only probably watched. I doubt they watched any Eredivisie. They just watched the Euros, and they put Dumfries in there. Dumfries should start even if he messed up things against Spezia. Maybe you mean someone else. With our bench, we can salvage the situation overall. Dumfries not that bad. He's got 3 assists so far, so it's not that bad at all. Ooh, Loom is very confident. He senses a 5-0. To be honest, I'll give you my prediction at the end, but I'm leaning towards a big scoreline because they're just not good defensively at all. Promise we will win against Madrid and then draw PSG in the next round. I would take that, bro. I would take that. As I said, I want PSG. I want PSG. Julian likes the predicted lineup. I like the predicted lineup as well. Actually, the one change from the predicted lineup I put in there. So I made this predicted lineup a few hours ago, and then I checked it just before I went live again. And D'Ambrosio is rumored to be starting. It was rumored to be starting earlier on Sky Sports, but they've changed it since then. And they've took Di Marco. They've put D'Ambrosio out for Di Marco. So in the left centre back position, Di Marco in, which I'm not too sure about, to be honest. Wait, actually, let me double check. So who's playing left wing back then? If they put Di Marco in there, there is Perisic starting again. I would want to rest Perisic in this match for sure. because I want him to be there for the Real Madrid and Roma matches. Yeah, so they've put Perisic in and DiMarco as centre back. I prefer it as it is down there. I want D'Ambrosio to come in because he deserves a start. Let's not forget D'Ambrosio last time he started against Empoli, great performance, goal line clearance, and DiMarco as well. He had a good performance against Venezia as well. So I think he deserves to have another game and give Perisic a rest because Perisic played the last match as well. I feel that Brick Freeze will have a good match tomorrow. Same for Tuku. I hope you're right, Julian. Heard Pinamonti plus Valencia going to send into the Serie B. Nah, definitely not. That plus Valencia is come back to buy us. If anything, we paid Genoa afterwards. We had to pay Genoa like 16 million afterwards after they bought him off us. We had to buy him back. So that's not going to lead anywhere. If anything, that's hurt us. If Dumfries takes a shot tomorrow, doesn't fall over in the process, he'll get 8 out of 10 man of the match from you. Wow, your 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 bar is very low with the for poor Denzel. Hey, what's up, man? Interim football in the house. This may be controversial, but I always say the eye test is stats when used properly don't lie. Every other major team pulls more stat-centric than football. Yeah, but because and I think that's kind of because you are from the US as well. You guys use a lot of stats and stuff when it comes to basketball, especially. I see everything is stats based, but with football, it's a game of technique. It's a game of especially like when we watch the football from the 90s 2000s, it's like the golden era people would say of football. It's like players like Hakan is a perfect example of that. This guy, like when you look at the stats and when there's Milan time, you think that it's number one for like chance creation, but then you actually dive down into the chance creation and it was like just corners. Mason Mount, like those types of players that rank really well on stats, but when you actually watch them, are they really affecting the match? And the assist as well. It's like a lot of times assists when football is like a 2-yard pass counts as an assist. The assist counts as the same as if you whip a perfect through ball with the outside of the foot right into the path of a guy, or a miscued shot that goes into the path of someone. It's like that's an assist. I think football has too many variables compared to other sports because the pitch is so big. There's so many players. There's so many different things going on. So I as you guys know on my channel, I do like you to use stats, but I think eye test will always will be how I judge a player more than stats. Chris says he's expecting Dumfries to be a very impressive player for Inter. I don't think we've ever seen anything yet. It's not realistic. So yeah, exactly, bro. Is especially coming from the Dutch league. That's probably the biggest kind of jump you could probably ask for out of the European leagues. Like it's not a great league at all, tactically, intensity wise. Like it's a big jump for Denzel. So I was expecting this kind of adaptation period. So I'm not surprised at all, and I hope people kind of calm down with the criticism. And you guys know I wasn't sold on Denzel anyway, but I'm willing to give this guy time. Eurosport has Barella star. Oh, no, God sake. Sky Sport, but all the Italian links that I use, they don't have Barella starting. But as we know, that's what happened last time as well, and I was convinced that it wasn't going to happen. But surely, no, like it has to be this one. Like this is ridiculous if he plays again, because again against Venezia he was decent, but the guy just needs rest, and we can be Spezia without Barella. Like we can be. It's ridiculous. Like please, I hope he starts the actual predicted lineup of Vidal, who had unfortunately illness, whatever that he had against the Venezia. He was rumored to be starting, but he didn't. But in this one, it looks like he is. Him and Hakan and Brozovic is going to be the midfield, which I'm happy with. I think that's a good enough midfield to control and beat the Spezia midfield. And yeah, Hakan continuing his form. First time in actually his Serie A career that he scored 3 matches in a row. So he's really going through a golden period. Yeah, Eurosport has D'Ambrosio starting still, which I hope that is what happens. And Di Marco starting. Yeah, that's what I would like. And Dzeko and Lautaro, as I said, yeah, I hope this one I would like. Dzeko, yeah, Dzeko as well. The Roma match, the next match, Dzeko against Roma, his old squad, his old team. He definitely wants to play that. He's going to play his heart out in that one. So we want him fully fit in that one for sure. Correa brace. Yeah, it seems like there's no midway point with Correa. It's either nothing or a brace. So maybe yeah, this is the time for his brace. Dumfries, please be a man tomorrow. I just want a decent performance from Dumfries. I don't want him to kind of, I mean, it'd be nice to get him for him to get a goal, get his confidence up, but just a solid performance that, no mistakes at the back, and then, no stupid decisions or stupid crosses going forward. That's all I would be happy with that from Dumfries. If he just offers a 6 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10, like Darmian mostly does, just solid, reliable. Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, I mean, Vlahovic, clearly we like him because once you've tried to negotiate for a player, which we did for Vlahovic, has been confirmed. But yeah, but the problem isn't the wages budget, bro. The problem is the transfer fee. The wages budget will be there with those guys leaving. It's about the transfer fee, unfortunately, which Comisa's asking for way too much. Oh yeah, I remember everyone was like on Simi. He's like, yeah, Simi needs to be the backup for Inter. I mean, that Salernitana team is awful, man. Like, it's awful. I wouldn't say you overrated him. I think he deserved a better team. I was surprised that no other decent team like went for someone like Simi because he deserves it. And this Salernitana team, they don't create chances. Like, it's just a bad team. I think it's quite harsh to say that you overrated him. He was a decent player, but yeah, maybe some people were exaggerating about him being, the Inter level. Limone must be crazy if he's still going to start Barella and Dzeko against Spezia. Yeah, exactly. Especially Barella. I mean, at least Dzeko's had rest here and there now. Shouts out to Ricky Alvarez. Yeah, great point from Bather. Ricky Maravilla, if you remember him, the left-footed guy we signed from Vélez Sarsfield, was it? Like 2011 or 12? Like, I actually really like Ricky Alvarez. Similar type of, not similar players to Correa, but he reminds me of Correa in terms of that Argentinian guy who's good, like 1v1, but very inconsistent, physically kind of unreliable, like injury prone. Can like dribble past like 3 or 4 players sometimes and score like worldies, and sometimes he's just like completely invisible. Yeah, he was a decent player as well, and especially when remember when Mazzarri converted him to a mezzala, kind of like how Hakan's been converted now. He was actually quite decent under Mazzarri for a little bit, and then Sunderland bought him, and then they didn't even pay for him until we had to take him to court. But yeah, and he's only 33 years old, but I'm guessing a bit. He had like that Stefano Sensi type of physique where it just seemed like his body just can't handle professional football. So yeah, fair play to him. Shouts out to him, Ricky Maravilla Alvarez. I fondly remember him. Do you think we should rest our players for Serie A when we play Madrid, or should we go all in for the first place? Yeah, we have to go all in for the first place, but at the same time, this Roma match is just as important. So it's about rotating just 1 or 2 players. So when it comes to the Roma match, we'll see probably, like with Dzeko definitely in that one, Barella definitely back in the Roma match. But if you can rotate other players in and out, that's not too many changes. Barella will be subbed on now. Please, if he's rested, just give him the full 90 minutes rest. Interfan says D'Ambrosio, Skriniar, Bastoni, Dumfries, Vidal, Brozovic, Hakan, Di Marco, Correa, Lautaro. Yeah, that's pretty much the predicted lineup below, and that's what I would go for. I think now. Oh yeah, you've put Skriniar in the middle because we do. You agree with me that I want to see Skriniar in the middle of the 3, but it looks like D'Ambrosio will be out on the left, which I prefer to Skriniar being on the left, as we know from the Conte's first season that Skriniar on the left is probably not ideal at all. Yeah, but that's what I'm mean, bro. The Euro tax is like, he was electric, but I wasn't particularly that impressed because when I was watching in terms of like his touch, like his actual technical ability, it just didn't impress me. Obviously he probably impressed you so much because he was like, scoring those goals and getting, he was almost like given, seemed like he was given like a free roll by the ball to get into the box. So he was like very impressive. But I was never particularly impressed by him. Hey, you got some Nigerian backup for seeing me back 20. Exactly, bro. Back 20 goals in a relegation side. Like, I'm sure this promoted teams this year would pay good money for someone like Simi to score 20 goals for them this season. It's quite an underrated season that. I saw a rumor of a swap deal between Alexis, Julian Alvarez. Yeah, I don't know about that one. The only way we get rid of Alexis is on a free. No one's going to pay any money for Alexis, but he's a South American, and I can't imagine him playing for River Plate or one of those Argentinian big clubs for sure. Ricky Alvarez, Il Nuevo Kaká. I never understood that comparison because the guy had he's actually deceivingly quick. He wasn't as slow as people made him out to be. But he was like, he was nowhere near Kaká in terms of playing style or anything. See me as Ribery now. Dumfries is valued as high as 30 million. He was a steal. Yeah, I mean that's what I said when we signed them. Financially, it made sense. Like 14 million is a steal in this market. I don't know about the valuation at 30 million. I mean, I wouldn't look too much into those transfer market valuations, but he's definitely. That's what I said. I wasn't convinced by him, but it made a lot of sense financially to buy Dumfries. Yeah, I mean, we always get South. There's nothing new about Inter getting South American and scouting. I don't know why people seem to think that this is a new thing. We've got a good network of scouts in South America. We're always keeping a close eye. What's his name? Satriano, very recent purchase from Uruguay. So we've always kept a close eye on South American talent. So that's nothing new. Skriniar played in the middle versus Venezia in the last 20 minutes. Yeah, maybe. I can't remember. I didn't actually look closely. You might be right. But that doesn't really count, like the last 20 minutes of a match. Like, people get shuffled around. Jean Mario was electric in 20. Exactly. That's the definition of a Euros tax. Jean Mario 2016. And even then, I wasn't impressed by Jean Mario back then. I remember I was saying like, wow, we're paying 40 million for this guy. Like, I know he was getting some assist in that Euros, but I was not impressed by Jean Mario at that time either. Sorry if you can cover this, but why does the predicted 11s have DD at left centre back? Surely to put Skriniar. Yeah, that's why I was saying. But Bastoni played in the center of in the last match, and under Conte he played in the center a few times. So Skriniar, it seems like that's the position that Inzaghi and Conte see him in. So it's the right center back. And yeah, maybe one day we might get to see him in the middle, but yeah, I think it's because D'Ambrosio is a bit more two-footed than Skriniar. Like Skriniar, we saw is not as comfortable on the left, and obviously Bastoni is perfect. But I would like to see it happen. But we know that D'Ambrosio is versatile. He played left back, right back, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Musa would have been the guy. But we broke. Thank you, Ziza. Appreciating the new artwork. And yeah, man, Julia Alvarez does look like the real deal. But it depends. He's in very high demand, so I'm guessing we're gonna have to pay big, and I don't think we have the capability. I know, Chris, you always comment on the videos. You feel a little bit more positive about Inter's situation financially, but I don't think, especially maybe in the summer, I don't know, we'll see, but definitely nothing in January. Indra says he's not a fan of a Skriniar plays center of the three. Reminds me of Vidic. Man, Vidic was like dusted by the time he came to Inter. That's an awful comparison. Brick freeze to ball out tomorrow. Yes, come on, let's get into the match prediction for tomorrow. The matches. Tommy asked, any news on Onana and Suning? Nope, no news. Suning pretty much confirmed they want to keep. They had a board meeting yesterday or the other day. Marotta said, Suning are here to stay. They even released a statement about their commitment to Inter, so nothing new there. PIF gang in the mud. Onana, nothing. I think it will be announced. If it's announced, it will be announced February, because after January he's officially announced, or he's officially allowed to be talking to other clubs. So yeah, nothing's going to be announced until I think end of January or February on that. But yeah, for tomorrow, as I said, Spezia, man, I don't expect too much. I mean, I might be proven wrong, but I just feel quite confident about this one. I feel like this team is boiling out at the moment, and yeah, I see a big win tomorrow. I'm going for, I don't know if it was going to be a washout. Someone predicted 5-0 earlier at Loom, I think it was, but I'm not going to go that far. I think I might go for a 3-0. I'm going to go for a 3-0 victory. Another solid professional performance. I think Tuku, if the predicted lineup is correct, I think Tuku will get one. I think Lautaro will get one. I think Tuku, Lautaro, one each, and then one from, I don't think Hakan will continue scoring for. Maybe Dumfries getting his first one, or Vidal, if Vidal starts. Vidal propaganda on the channel tomorrow if he scores, of course. Engineer of Time going for 4-1. Now, I just don't see Spezia scoring, to be honest. I mean, unless it's like a stupid mistake. 4-1. Eduardo Arias about the stupid mistake from Gagliardini. Hopefully we don't even get to see Gagliardini. Hopefully we get to see Sensi, as Language Tours says here. Yeah. Hopefully we get to see Sensi in the second half for sure. Marotta co-renewal is worrying me. 2024 is the same year. Changed the ownership to Oak Tree. Imagine Oak Tree as owner with no Marotta and co. I mean, oh my God, you're thinking about 2024 already, bro. Like, let's just think about, let's get over the current situation that we're here now. Like, and he's old, and Marotta said that he wants to retire soon. Like, he can't, like, how old do you want him to keep going? Like, he was already alluding to possibly retiring, Marotta. So but yeah, he's actually in that board meeting, he confirmed that as soon as Steven Zhang comes back from China to Italy, him, Bacin, Ausilio, Antonello, they will all renew their contracts. So that board level, directors, it looks like they're going to be there for at least the next couple of years. So that's really, really good. Interfan says 3-0 Hakan Tuku X2. I see you getting a Dumfries fever. Yeah, well, I wouldn't say Dumfries fever. I just want the guy to get, that confidence back for sure. I just want him to do well. He looks like a good guy. Shitty goal from a corner or something. Yeah. But Spezia don't really have aerial threat. Like, in their team is not a very tall team. Even their centre backs are not particularly massive. Play Vecino, send that drunkard Chilean back to South America. Hey man, no Vidal slander on this channel, bro. Yeah, I read about that Abner Vinicius link today, but no idea, no clue who the guy is. 3-0 Bastoni, Ivan, and Tugu. Yeah, Bastoni hasn't scored for a long time, actually. Bastoni needs to get a goal at some point soon. He's never really a threat on set pieces as well. Like, he needs to take some lessons from Skriniar and De Vrij. He hardly ever see him actually win headers as well, like from corners. That's definitely an improvement for Bastoni, but that'll be nice to see him getting a goal. But I know Vecino may not be De Bruyne, but his current treatment is unfair and ridiculous. Yeah, but we're so stacked, bro. It's hard for Inzaghi. I know, but he should be getting more minutes for sure. But it's hard. Like, we're so stacked in the midfield. We still got so many options. And I do understand his position, but at the same time, Hakan is definitely the starter now, and then Vidal, the way he was playing earlier, is probably put him ahead of Vecino. And then when Sensi is fit, which is rare, but I would put Sensi ahead of him in the pecking order as well. Napoli and Milan will be feeling the winter champions. Yeah, I don't really care if we get winter champions. They can have the winter championship. I'd have won the actual Scudetto at the end of the season. Tom GD says, what's the Brozo contract latest? Still, yeah, I mean, he was my man of the match against Venezia, and that's another guy that probably now he deserves a little bit of rest as well. And I wouldn't be against sometimes playing, testing out. The only guy that really I would trust there is Sensi. He's got the feet and the IQ to play there, but obviously he hasn't got the defensive ability and nous to play there. But I would like to see Brozovic get a bit of rest ahead of the Real Madrid and the Roma matches as well, if the scoreline allows. Yeah, Bastoni's last goal, if I remember correctly, I agree. I think it is that Parma match, and that was just like a little tap in from the Victor Moses cross. I think we are going to see Sensi tomorrow. I think we're going to see 15, 20 minutes of Sensi. Very controversial to what everyone is saying about Perisic, but we'll speak about that. But yeah, with Brozovic, going back to Tom's question, there's no new updates on there, but apparently things are looking much more positive now. Apparently, it should be announced before Christmas, from what I read, that the distance now is minute between the parties. As I said, the distance wasn't massive either. Like I think it was a 1 million difference, which I know sounds a lot, but in contract negotiations, is not massive difference. And I think Brozovic, in the end, I think he wants to stay at Inter. And I think with bonuses, will probably get to what he wants to earn. So I think we should hear some good news about Brozovic, for sure. Yeah, we talked about Julian Alvarez earlier. He's the real deal to me. Looks like his goal ratio looks amazing, but I think he's out of our price range at the moment, especially for these Atletico and all these types of teams are interested in him. But yeah, guys, so I went for a 3-0 victory. A few of you guys are going for bigger victories. There seems to be no negative ones in the comment section. So hopefully we're all right. I don't want to have egg on my face tomorrow. But yeah, thank you for joining. I hope you guys enjoyed this preview. Hopefully I come to you guys with a positive match reaction tomorrow. And yeah, I think it's a 5:30 kickoff. Let me quickly check into kickoff time. I'm pretty sure it's 5:30 UK time. Yeah, 5:30 UK time. So it's a slightly earlier kickoff time. So make sure you remember that. Sometimes I get caught out by Inter's kickoff times this season. Thank you, Future Hendrix, for the love on the rebrand. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you. And yeah, guys, make sure, for 32 people of you in here, make sure you guys leave a thumbs up before you leave. As my brother Tommy here says, like the stream, everyone helps with the YouTube algorithm, all that kind of good stuff. As Nerazzurri Eno says, hope we can get easy win, have some rest for Barella and Dzeko, and hopefully, Dumfries goal or something like that. I want to see that. Khalid, definitely tomorrow, bro. I will be around for a post-match reaction tomorrow. I'm not planning to do anything straight after work, coming home and watching the Inter match and going live with you straight after the match. So make sure you guys remember to join me straight after the match. But yeah, guys, thank you for joining me. Ciao ragazzi, Forza Inter.